So I've arrived back in my old hometown. Well, not yet. I'm in Ohio. I'm staying in Ohio. And I lived right across that river there, right across that bridge. It's my hometown. That little spot right there, that's where I grew up. And I'm gonna make a little bit of a video blog of where I came from, West Virginia. But there it is. That's the Ohio Bridge. I forget what it's called, to be honest with you. It's been so long, but that's the bridge that connects Ohio and West Virginia. I'm staying way back there. I'll get some video there. I just got here. It is 10:49 in the morning, and I can't check in till noon. So I got some time, so I figured, you know what? I'll just walk over the bridge. I've been in the car for 6.5 hours. I'll walk over the bridge, get a little exercise, go see the hometown. Then by the time I'm done that and I get back, I can check into my room, which is also the biggest room they have in the hotel, because it was the only room left. So I have a room that sleeps like 10 people, and it's just me. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, come with me on this wild journey going back home. So my first stop on my way over to the West Virginia side is this staircase. And when I was in high school, wrestling season, I used to run these stairs on the weekends to try and lose weight for my next match. These stairs are not very welcoming to me. I'm halfway up these steps and I saw that bridge and I thought of a story. A kid 2 years younger than me, his name was Mike Gertler. I may see him, he still lives here. Jumped off that bridge and into the water before football practice one day. I still haven't made it to the top of these steps, but I can't believe that view, man. Look at that view. That's unbelievable. So I'm up on top of the bridge here, and that is my hotel that I'm staying at, the Lafayette. It's an old historic hotel. And there's the Ohio River, and that's where we're headed. Officially made it back into my hometown. That right there is a little bar. It was called the Beachcomber. I don't know if it's still called the Beachcomber. I'm hoping to go in there at least once before I leave. It's a fun little bar. Over here, coming up, is a Italian restaurant. It's the Italian restaurant in town. Here, I'll flip my camera around. How do you do that? There it is. That's Da Vinci's. That's the Italian restaurant in town. And listen, I don't want to poo-poo on the town here, because I love Williamstown, West Virginia. But when you live in Pittston, you can't call that Italian restaurant food. But it's a very popular spot in town. And here we go. Up that way, you can make it to my old house. This right here used to be a Subway and a gas station, and this is where you would go for lunch back in the day, but sadly it's no longer there. Right behind me is an old nursery that used to have trees and stuff, and straight down this street in front of me is the high school, and that nursery was owned by my wrestling coach. And sometimes you would get pulled out of class to go help put trees in the back of a pickup truck for a customer. Literally, the school is right at the top of this hill. That's where we're headed next. Straight ahead is the school at the end there. As you can see, I wasn't joking when I told you. Small town, real small town. And I believe, I don't know if you can see in the video, but right above the school, you can see some bleachers for the football stadium behind there. Over here on the left somewhere was the health teacher, Miss Lucas's house. And if she saw you driving around on the weekend and she needs some help with yard work, she wasn't afraid to stop you and say, hey, get out of your truck and help me do some yard work. And you would have to do it, because that's what you did, part of the town. So we're getting closer. Right there is that big square. That's the they call it the old gym now. Unfortunately, when I went to school, it was the gym. Here we are, in front of my old high school right here. This was at one point the entrance. This is where you went in for school, but I have since been told this is no longer the entrance. This is no longer the gym. You now go around to the back of the school. How times have changed. Practice football field on the other side is the varsity field. Lots of years on that stupid field doing 2 days. So here I am in the park. Right there is where they have the ice cream social. It'll probably also be where we're having our reunion. There's the main drag in town. That's it. We pretty much covered town. That's all she wrote, really. But boy, it's nice to be back. I passed the library. I wish I showed you. Maybe I'll go back and show you the library. See that building right there? That little building is in fact the public library. I thought it was funny back when I moved here in 1997, and I still think it's funny. And as promised, here is a room tour of the giant room I had. There is the first bathroom. I do in fact have 2 bathrooms, but the funny thing about this hotel was it's very reminiscent of the Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror in Disney, but very old. I had 2 beds, not 1 but 2. I only used 1. All the air conditioners were pretty much broken because they were from the 70s. Here's my living room I had, including the massive dining room table, the giant drawers. And here is a picture of my house. That's the house I grew up in West Virginia. That is in fact the garage I crashed through in with my car. Not much has changed. There used to be a big willow tree out front that used to strangle you when you tried to mow under it, but pretty much the same as it always was. Here is Napoli's Pizza. It is some of the worst pizza you'll ever eat, but you learn to love it. I loved every minute of it, including the wings, which are the best wings you'll ever taste. There they are. And this right here is McHappy's Donuts right next door, but my mom used to call it McCrappy's, saying they were the worst donuts she ever had. There you go. There's a little tour of my town, of course. There was more to it, but there you go. A little taste of where I grew up.